military government at the time. Na champion na ben okay. That was the students in the university na akọ 1 year national service. Adwene de bebiara nzama tosin nyimpa wo ho dwuma tosin fa na whether classroom health any other pabia wo hia nyimpa wa adwuma na osua no wo wie school a e betena na be nya adwuma no wo na aka adwuma 1 year. Nti a champion oya dem law no that was soja ben where law friend decrease until or pass decree NRC decree 208 1973 and was national service bobazi to be able to university at that time that be no adoko national service until Zima it would do Liman Abbey to Third Republic why President Liman now parliament at that time 1980 what could was I believe civilian government it's what they am brafofra obeshim kana na wetum no why national service no what go 2 years until or pass them act of parliament 426 very good now Oma Obiara Oko
in 1980
and make sure the member na or come on obey national service win ba no I don't got them me the coordinator win ba
yeah
and okay na yet troublesome mum yeah troublesome papa no we troublesome for my say you from the same nyina make wo nyina wo
kai wo nyina
wo
this guy
say na guy be wo invest one stage of Batuka troublesome no mu infinity that sell dey be am but he's now working there nti on normal national service all boy as I nyina use him up to this time now what in there embe na makwema yehwe some areas of the economy they post one and be a health, be education, be agriculture, even within the military, you post some kofoko. Babyara, or man, or you juma or what, you cannot, or a sector, one of the sectors of the economy now, the impact okay, national service. And see, it depends on BBR. You be here with the Bukake service, and you be a pay.
And your baby,
I be a pay. So I can be happy and could be a kind of financial dim, no service. It's never be our pebia or men who hear services. Yeah, best service. I bet you do okay. My best serve as a guide to us, and I would choose 3 regions in any first, second choice, first, third, second, and third choices. Now, if you are friends, one ever show one I offer first choice, what also too much. See, when you want to know first choice, you was second choice, you want third choice. Now, if you are often postings, national service postings, I compare them as the meaning, and I actually be you put what does too much, and I wouldn't hear one I actually as walk on another side. And so be what I could do, the fake greater crowd, some posting, there was Marco to a Eastern region from plains. One a year here, it's here, I don't know.
Okay. But much the people lobby, people a be shas, or cost, no, oh, dear. Maybe or quite fin and make what dream rent home, make we see, and the mon financial cry here and one batame hoka cry, no swear.
A lobbying or a normal process in every human institution. When you there, say, oh, it's with some Uber the best service, but from say lobby. Is it a crime?
Oh,
a crime.
Oh, well, say be a so I cry, honey, I'm so
one.
Uncle to more another northern region, baby. That's
fine. Obey the WOHO because if you are back to hide in Niska, the Bahai, the Intipedobino. Utumisi, yeah, human institution, and you're perfect, very good. Intino, your boy, ya quaint to a man. Kofupi Waba, when you ever discuss. For 1 or 2 reasons. Remember now, I wasn't no Kahano about how I drink kakra. But also, Minis Campan Boka high diamond. So by Yanka, once I mention, no one pay baby war, happy be an one fananto. Look, more important in there, yes, vacancies. You to encourage the infant to be a own here service. In fact, why when you have a monk and a moon here service for you to install service for 20 Mogua. What be redundant? And you know, some of them work at the when he has service for her. You must share 1 hour qualify pay or request at the 1 hour. It's a old damn time I could okay, my office be a moon maybe and maybe or bear service now or the background qualification now. 1 hour more, but more fun than can we can consider that. And it is done all the time. One of our universities, for instance, the university institutions in Inano will request for our friend TAs, teaching assistants, and they bring their names. They're the microphone you select. When they teaching assistants, you'll be able to teaching assistant. In your third class, I won't fall. So first class, and then sometimes second class up are best students. And see, why our selection was within Abba, less than Abba. Naturally, we have post to university. Until when you first set of positions are here. Okay. So they are part of the lobbying. Until when you invest, you can go and lobby your department there. One found TAs, and then we'll post you there. Until that is done. Then secondly, ABI your banks be able to win for national service 500. So if you go and lobby with a bank, for instance, they okay, much my baby, you one of an aptitude test, and I don't know why selection. What the list about? That's it. I call lobby what do you come on. There's nothing wrong with it. You're supposed to. But my yen jintum, and now your bunny come on yet. On the be pede service will have baby now. Echo will be there. You trace Carmen. The munji the miskin now one family to her. That one we don't agree.
It's a criminal.
It is. It's not a bribery. Bribery is a criminal offense under the laws of Ghana. The giver and the taker.
Now, I bet me, you may be nice. You idiot. Me, I'm a ready. So I'm begging me as a service person and team. Moncho letter, and I'm family letter, and I'm in Fanco.
Oh, yeah, we don't encourage that. The reason in there, you're posting for over 120,000
every year.
Averagely. Now, every year, no man cost. So we started from around 2005, 2009, 3,000. You call 15,000, 30 something thousand, 45,000, 70 something. You do 100,000. You cross 120. Hey. Next year, possibly we'll go around 140, 150,000 because of the numbers of our universities at the same time. Or graduating. And see, by law, so now we probably will post to your national service. On put a huge expenditure on government, on the state. But there's nothing we can do. They will have to do it anyway. And now, why you can't do anything about it. For instance, I'm finding that 120,000. Imagine the way you know we invest in what if you want your share. Can you imagine the social upheaval, the social pressure? 120,000 young people educated from the universities where we when you baby ako. Can you imagine? We need to make immediate there. But at least national service for 1 year it will hold you.
Yeah.
No matter how small the money is, at least we put body and soul together. Kakra, whilst you look for your footings. Entire 1 year about soon and your baby up there, we push on wash and kakra. And see, Oboboa. Entire there, it's you cannot write it off. And to them, for 120,000. But you are catching when you know be a copy baby on family impose, so we can't do that. Either man, some will be disadvantaged. Into another yeah, open request to all the institutions in the country. We be alone here national service for non-far no request them. And then on your FM, we want the request about you young confirm why journalism or journalism background or public relations background. And now I call NAPTI and now I call broadcasting. Maybe I in here 5 and not 10. Now my specifications, what you want. It's based on that, you know. The requesting in our system, everything is computerized anyway. Ogu system number. Time no so hey post a you will be a NSS number on the area posting so. It's unnecessary. It will tell us that the minimum pay them course in a way. It's civil competent or actually all those who have done this particular courses. Maybe I will pay 200. Why journalism? You know 20 for near FM. 20 years I'm one. I'm sure I won't be now. You to me and satisfy one because numbers are more than a request more than the numbers. Into more I can buy one thing. There are actually areas or relevant to course now why and as well. Because why they are their service and there are always more vacancies than even the numbers that we can supply.
All right. Into one more sana qualify for the national service.
First of all, but law naturally you must be 18 years and above.
Would be 18 years
and above. It is assumed there by 18 years now. The tertiary education. SHS. Not tertiary. So this is tertiary 3 years, 4 years. You call invest 4 years. At what age we GHS? I call SHS 3 years. Into this 7 years. The can one now across 18 years, so we can post you. And see, And then law say you must be of sound mind. It's difficult to determine because me a doctor anyway. But sabi the French, sabi the French. You need to be cover sabi will be a. Now you know can be other hospital, other mental hospital on quiet service. We can't do that. And see, if you have that problem, definitely you'll be exempted from national service. And you know, once I to my tertiary institution, 18 years and above, presumably sound mind. You're supposed to, yes.
More some special tertiary institution, university Funkwana say
every diploma and degree awarding
institutions. So
okay. Post one, yes.
All right. I was here Onua 95.1 so near many Ora Ambrose Entsiwah Jnr. Or acting director of corporate affairs, national service scheme. And menene kasawa has say heard that this particular national service ne ehun susu ne ehun problems ne ehun posting ne ehun chese ni nyina ye bebisa na ewi a wofo so amoti ana se one kasa so a wire service na you feel you've not been treated well na you maybe anko ye no na ya hwe na and our questions bi so abra Facebook na be drop wo I see Albert H. Manson some of your questions problems out there drop bra Facebook Onua 95.1 search your Facebook this year Onua 95.1 na a drop where you national service no hasn't lived its purpose say be at almost setting up no.
Yes, very well. But for national service most or many of our schools would have been empty in the classrooms. But for national service. Because every year you post about 30 to 35% of the total number to the classrooms.
It means that there's shortage of teachers.
There were more classrooms than teachers. But this year...
In this country?
Yes, I'm telling you. Sometimes it's not a cry. You think everything is rosy. Be perfect. But you took one call hinterlands kakra. If you have 6 classroom block, there's only 1 teacher. The school for no be teachers work boom. There are 2-3 classes. How are you going to teach? Will be all class 1, class 2, class 3 boom because they all have different levels of the children. Yeah. And see, if you go into education, I'm not an educationist anyway. They have a word called pedagogy. And see, on a level you cannot just use this in class 1 for one, in function class 2, function class 3. And there's a defect there. But service or fill gaps. And see, one of our objectives is that we have to fill the manpower gaps in the economy. And see, it's not only in the classrooms, the industries, all other sectors of the economy. But
and you post teachers more.
You post teachers more. No, but don't forget one, National Service is under the Ministry of Education. GES is our sister organization.
Oh, okay.
And you're sure if you first.
That's why most national service will more. Okay.
It's also because the demand there is higher. They feel that my brother say someone go school and come into the position I occupy I will not get it. It's education is very important or key. And we would prefer the post service for now. Education strengthen the education base. We work as simple the basic schools and the secondary schools. Now we can invest in on the TAs and for one. I want to that endorse with PE because not everybody who can be a TA anyway. But then for the basic schools and the secondary schools, a lot of sales person on our charge. It's a member they say when you are to answer your question, yes, it has limited purpose. I'll tell you something. 1983, number from 5. Got GSTS, the time in teachers, we're going to Ghana or Nigeria, Sabakaya, me no our.
Oh,
no teachers pay go to Nigeria. It's equal even secondary schools can teachers.
Okay.
The national service for overchair at the cultural level. I'm telling you, that was the importance of national service. When you rank up, even sixth form, one or lower upper at the time. Teachers in the PE, now national service for.
Okay.
PE will give us. When we school and was most of the secondary schools are what young boys and girls.
And you guys passed.
Of course, why not? Because we're fresh from school. And I remember that time, all students from most of the schools were called back to the school to do their national service day. So the question is, I want to buy something about it. As I still for back 1983. O level we cancel it. Intinya we cancel your papers. Yana you got trouble for.
That's right.
And your school by 3 weeks. As I actually, it was the national service for now one of boy and your person. So without them, I don't know where we will be by this time. And see, the scheme has lived up to expectation, and it is still living up to expectation, even more. And see, even within the private sector, you put service for tour. There are a lot of private sector institutions that without service personnel, they cannot exist, they cannot survive. It's every year, why there's so much request from national service, and we supply them. And you know, baby Febiara, you need national service for. And again, interestingly, if you be a Ghana, either they will be a service holder and they will be a national service. Into a national character, na make a BBI every corner you will find somebody there. Okay, maybe I made them example. You call time head office, you call tour of the country. They share the remotest places of the Ghana where I service for WOHO. They share how they were faring at the time. See, your call could be Uchao or Upper West. That's or Hippopotamus Central or Uchao. Now school now I 2 streams. Teachers 2 pen or now teachers 2 no or you for any infra.
Oh,
in that chrono I also crap people teacher and yep 2020. National service why I don't know no war man the school. So when you crank school no bogu. And in some of the communities I econom, service personnel no a teacher.
service personnel.
I am telling you, because teachers in your the school is virtually empty. In the service for no why you let to go down teacher. No, because you needed to provide leadership, of course, for the children. And babies who are one them you call Bongo, for instance, where there was one lady, Nanka Sampo around not from one of the school. Original ones are DB to or to school, those are exceptional cases, but are important to mention them because a success story Abakande. These are what service personnel did at the time, and today they are still doing it. It has lived up to its expectation, and it's even more. If you think maintenance is expensive, you try accident. So I'm paying for if you think maintenance is expensive. It's your pay international service for 2 years. Then that's what basic Ghana. You see,
a woman baby school you
come and pile up. One, there'll be serious social pressure on the state. Then number 2, a lot of the institutions cannot run. They cannot run, even the private institutions. Look, go to the hospitals. A lot of the areas on service for no I feel one way with you. A lot of them go to stores, go to the laboratories, because when I wear pharmacy, where ophthalmology, where them when you now work by a service, and we post them to this institution. Yes, I release posting. Nada. You release posting for over 4,000 service persons where nurses and midwives. So we buy one national service. In the end day, the impose on okay national service. All the health facilities are working. They will run short of personnel, of human resource, obey the management. So there is no way everything like a national service on your useful. That is why every government, whether you like it or not, blue or green, white or yellow, you keep national service and make sure they are run. But one of all government, solve part of the unemployment issue for the first 1 year, and then also prepare you to into the world of work.
Is it mandatory by force?
Or mandatory. Or mandatory. You have no choice. Yes, you have no choice but to do. In fact, it's an offense to dodge or evade national service. It's an offense.
It's a criminal offense.
It's an offense. It's a criminal offense. And then
Obi a one year service or ye dreamer
let me tell you something.
Say you
yes, according to Ambrose, very soon. Maybe I should not be the one to be announcing this. I'll just give the official very soon. You'll be issue to all the institutions to check those who are working and don't have their national service certificate. Embracing senior service are 1. No institution should employ you. 2. You cannot even employ yourself. So in some countries, national service are but my jail.
Yeah.
Yes, in some countries.
Some are even military.
Exactly. You are composing the military. And yes, service are in some other countries, even within the the royal families, national service or the military by force or the call. And you know, your country be or one financial service one thing that go cry. Ghana na there be a bit liberal. Otherwise, because then naturally, ubiara other service no other. But we will come back and make sure that young prosecuting Crawford. No, we are not going to prosecute anybody, but to encourage people to go and serve their country. Say, now you call the law school, for instance, or one of the prerequisites, and yes, service, you may not get admission. This time, your one and coffee some of these foreign embassies, they write to us, to country, we want to clear whether why service you answer. If we say no, one for this amount.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, in some of the cases, some of the countries.
And to be a wire service, be everything data you.
Oh, we have everything. Yes, you have everything.
So if the embassy should call you and all that.
Yes, definitely. Why they be? I tell you, as a regional director, for instance, I've written a number of attestations for service. Why service? Even for service, the time and the mini voter region.
Okay.
But the records are there. Until when we be a trouble, for instance, we be a military academy. Also, service. So the military will write to us to confirm whether or not the person carried out the national service obligation. It's what bad. We use the BNI. It's all NIB, right? We use it to come and find out. It's a archives. They are there. Also, maybe 1984. Service. Then we clear him. There, find out. If you want an embassy, can you confirm, please, whether this person did his or her national service? Because I'm a junior high school. So confirm. So we're going to the archives since there. When you are there, so I'm sorry. And I'm not sure there's any other Amajope in Ashanti region. Amajope is in Water region.
You only 95.1 maybe live on Facebook, so you can come and then join the discussion or question be a drop and have him repairs you maybe phone lines if you have any issues with the service, maybe a national service who may be complaining bitterly about an issue. We'll be looking at all of that. Abra Ura Ambrose Entsiwah Jnr Oyi and some ano de mai. Inti salary I had me
allowances.
I'm with the friend allowance.
Yeah, when you salary, what your allowance?
Me kai median no 25 cedis.
25 cedis. I don't know, they call 32. 32 Navy service.
25 Ghana. Na bosumi bia. Hey, sa 25 Ghana na boa me pa o.
2 months in Mumbai 50.
Year 2000 25 Ghana salary allowance ameje. Boa me pa ye nneoma bebre. Say and I'm saying Mahmoud Mazeng
559.04.
Roughly 560 Ghana.
559.04.
What did the I'm saying national service Akitiano allowance no Emma. What has caused that?
A number of factors. The other question is why didn't be that's the other question. And why are you not part of one
because
very good. So there are issues there. A number of them, so I'll mention about 2-3 of them. One, every month, Bosumbia Bua, and the date here, 14th. From 15th to the 20th of the month, others submit or friend monthly duty form. Maybe into some friend service were hard. Now you must supervisor, media supervisor between now and 20th. What I'm more from a print more from online. I'm the banner endorse. Yes, Ambrose has been working here. Into qualify into an allowance.
Every month be
every month you have to do that.
Then you take it to the regional director.
No, district. District exactly.
Okay.
Now why entries online? It's where entries na by region. See, if I'm as a regional director, when I open my computer, my system, I can see all those who have been approved.
Okay.
And I click and I select I approve them once.
Okay.
Now by 25th, then I elite. They approve and the system is closed. Because what they in time now, you call gifts Ghana. So gifts one way you switch from Ghana Interbank,
okay.
payment system.
Okay.
Until one we pay through their platform. Until it takes about a day or two. Say you push a call, but auditors where sure there. One are approving now and one are why service. But what they compare with the main data to find out the names are the same names there. I don't know whether you understand the point. In some they are submitting per 1,000 from one particular district. One hour register now is in here 1,005. I think there's something wrong. Why is the bloating for 500? Yeah. And the auditors will query. So them or they make sure they or tally or it's even less or less. That's one point. They make sure the names now one now what the one forms now. And so be what on the form and bantam. And there are other reasons for that. But can be no supervisor way to coin. Supervisor so new are mobile and sign.
I see.
It's all watching. Until on your fault.
So do they give the person a backlog every
year?
Oh,
definitely. So about you pay you see that is savings. I'm aware. But it's quite a bit painful because I'm timing in his but I'm bad. The following month and as a bad the 2 now you see the 2 together. It's only a one factor. Then secondly, the mechanic through eSwitch platform. It's every month you quote your eSwitch number Say your first mistake. I'm sure the next 3 months into me you are going to because eSwitch number they quote wrong. If you input into the system, there's no normal like that. Send this card. So just by the click of a button, the pay no call. You can't pay no call. Them numbers wrong in your then they will bring them back to the region there. When check them numbers, in anchor. Either send messages in anchor. It's all region by region. Then the accountants will go through on your details, regional details. The motion will be true. The number may be 22416-2. Dash number. It be 114 by about 6-2, 6 or 1-5. Do a -2, no, I come on the 3. Do a 1-9, but one said that if you are typing by mistake, this is a wrong figure. One share, no doko. The input are on go through because there's no normal like that on the system. How the which can go. It's in your bounce and asking about. Or they are correcting in your regional. You have to call them. What district in our one there? One number, are you sure? Confirm. And so I could say, I'm sorry, no man, no them. So honestly, another factor, no delay. Make any impanumpo or channel allowance one bay. Into one son can now. Wait, we now. This is young man. I saw what the listeners say because we also go through. It takes the next 1 or 2 weeks. Then you call the next man too. Into the next man, that's why I submit the same form with the same wrong number. But you work with 3 months in. That is how it is.
Nice.
Into the day catch on there, make sure there who is switch number or you correct. Now NSS number because when NSS number no so or N when the 4322. Now when 4432 the 4432 will be the number. Tell me say we number or end with 444322. 2 is the 22 is the 2022. Now when 4422 then 44 no 44 no will be the number. That will number 43 and 42.
So it will go to that person.
Not that person because his switch number is different. It's over hang, no
answer. Okay.
It's can hang. Only be local. Until you're there correct. Yes, say inputting for France. According to these are some of the things that or delay.
But yes, government na
this is a question there. Why the other ones you go?
Oh, but probably somebody is working in a private company.
No, private company, we don't pay them crap.
Private company.
May a specific reference to one national service in the public sector. It's in front there. As I'm confined water in let's say 4,000. Now you 3,800. You 200 now. 200 no. There was something wrong with the system. That is why 200 now go through.
Currently more backlog. How many months?
Oh, I cannot. No, just 1 month.
1 month.
Just 1 month. We are not owing anybody. Practically we are not owing it. But in one allowance I go through. No, I'm holding back to head office. I will work to find out what went wrong.
Right.
In the shortest possible time, they'll pay all of them. But in actual fact, the payment account there this month into account no account. I can one now. Why start the service fresh? Was starting November. What is the what the entry account because we are now sorting out their system with them. First, and they 1 year permanent employees. Into man now have a first, and so there you have to buy inputs in. Normally first month, second month will delay. your orientation, we tell them that is what you have to expect. You to be to first month in the year, system was stabilizer. The following month, no about continuous every month.
Okay. Obi see me Mr. say once I'm more cause mobile around I be check mo service nyina and then maybe mobile to me mama the law will take its effect, In that case will be because according to the law no 40 years I want me year service bill. Is that not it?
It's not a law per se. It's something that we have developed as an internal arrangement, internal convention by the board at the time. Now you incorporate into our regulations. Regulations can be said to be laws anyway when they are passed by Parliament. It's about a law. What's in there? Say in your 40 years and above, you may be exempted based on one casawa request. On your Chinchina, 40 years, I say, but I service even at 50 years, I ever post to.
Hey, he said,
yes, you prepare you post. Oh, they say, go by my office. I wear 55, 60. Was open service. There was a time, man. No, voluntary service.
Oh, but I say 60 there on.
So, Nippon serve in the country.
You can't stop the person.
Voluntary, voluntary service. I'm telling you, we're taking people up to 65 years. Voluntary. Also, then you submit a French for some of these foreign countries. People do voluntary service.
I know. Yeah.
But when a 70-year-old man, up strong, it's also fine. I want to still go back and work. Not your classroom or child. Nobody will stop him.
And would you pay those people?
Yes, but on your complaint, say mandatory, there is an offense against the laws of the state.
Yeah. Okay.
After 60 years, you must not work.
You must not work.
But you so, may 60 years. Some find I'm 60 years, I still look young, so I still have the energy. I want to do voluntary teaching. Why not? They will allow me to go and teach. Nobody will stop me. That's my say. On your voluntary, on your mandatory, on your shadow or there because I'm up at the mistake, But where some para, they're less than 40 years and I have no choice. Now the law also says there, 40 years and it is only 40 years at the time I graduate. Until graduating there, 38. Now 3 years later, back there. I brought 14 to me in service. That like it won't happen. Very mandatory service. Because at the time you were school, how old were you? You're 40 years old. So that year service. Actually, it delay either deliberately to evade national service, and that is an offense. Yeah.
Now, you say how many hours is a national service worker?
There is no specific number of hours for service person from the public sector. Once I operate under the International Labour Organization laws, ILO. We work for 8 hours. So you work for 8 hours. Report you are service for no. Instead of being 8 o'clock and 8 o'clock, you know. But if you are 11, you are this also in national service. Who said national service? 11. That's nothing like that.
How would you be able to monitor? Say national service near my post to Kotamali. Or office 8 o'clock every day to 5. What monitor?
Monitor. But say, Pocho say, our supervisors were, and that is why every month what fill in a form. It's encouragement. They should indicate on the form the encouragement to this man. Remember, such cases.
They have to do 1 year.
Yes, they have to do 1 year.
Then France say, or BBNT or year 7 months. Now, 1 year no so or year just 7 months. Would you still say what graduate?
It depends. It depends on the issue now. As some come, find the yenye cases are find the Besia, and these are isolated cases anyway. When you are a service in the 7th month in Onyinsani, no this situation no.
When
because doctors say you know an answer crap. People are why you not to hospital. You know, be able to more hospital 6 months, not that.
Yes.
Be 9 months, not that. Such a situation, what will you do? Will you deny the person after why about 6-7 months? So the board, National Service Board, will sit on his or her case, or if it's a woman, her case. Okay, because of this, young granting one certificate, over granting no other man, because if you are why they can say which are more than half. That is the decision by the board. On your brother, yes, 6 months, I because the maybe 6 months mean you.
Now, time out that hospital, no one still not get to Abeba.
No, you don't try to say it's on your service view. It's not my medical report, watch there, or you're unfit to work because of the health condition. Okay. So we just grant. I there, Ubia, when you're 40 years now, and more than 40 years, also, or apply for exemption certificate. When you have more exemption, say we don't pay them. And see, in your service, entry enjoy work, but you have more exemption certificate. Into impana why first let's say 6-7 months.
Exemption certificate on each other. You didn't do the service, but
you grant to the exemption. I'm more exemption. Man, yes, because of who age. ABN yes 55 years, and you are 43, 47. You grant to all the more exemption certificate, which is as good as the national service certificate itself.
But me make kind of baby say obanyam during the service. Na infants why 4 months and now 5 months. Na when to me nyinsa a week in and went to me ankwa. Or we are just be complete month na kan.
Oh yeah.
And son mama the certificate. And I say, hey.
Oh yes. One of the policies. See, say in the mechanic exceptional cases. Mama example of obia nyinsa nti ontum nso do crab you. But obi also normal nyinsa. Obutu why bibi o do ye bia. But o maternity leave o do ko. Per ILO convention as in yimpa no abia 6 weeks answer no about one adoko maternity leave Saturday I will use our 6 weeks obia be say be yin say bia in the public or private sector I'm not
yeah
and what do woman it's about 3 months or so
3 months
it's the other age the 3 months no why is you on the maternity leave say into enjoy it's you na e babaka na continue it your it's other year full 12 months na say 3 months na we are you will continue. Let's kind of do 2 line farm on. They did them 3 months. Fair play, right?
Okay. Fair play, dear. Fair play. You fair play. I did about who saw me who was it last year or last 2 years? I was on my move. Me who national service personnel are moderate traffic.
Yeah.
True and true.
Oh, true.
National service. Na traffic adwuma maybe say MTT you and I say police for na and then I'm the national service for directed traffic.
One I'm gonna watch child work classroom. It's not supposed to be teachers.
It should be.
But international service for child work classroom.
Oh, but once you've gone to a tertiary institution, why do you
and who said when you go to tertiary institution you cannot direct traffic? Say national service is national service. Okay. Yes, areas are here more. Yes, so open there some can. The part of Ghana or deforestation or canal. No, there Ghana you mobilize them for no could dream. Now any government in power at the time there, you youth, young people who could dream for 6 months continuous. They follow national service personnel. We'll go and do it. In there, what baby now over census, they needed people to do that. But follow national service. Letter commission, why one registration, they follow national service. A number of institutions will hear manpower, human resource, mass young people know why you they use national service personnel. You just have to write to us. You hear them for academy. You may. Yamin pengu at Toyanchen BC. Now you hear young people. These are young people are readily available.
So why weren't they involved in that? And are planting for food and jobs?
Oh, we're involved. Now, even the number of farms are on national service. Maybe you have not vetted yourself to this information. Maybe let me take advantage.
National service for more farms, sir.
A lot of them. I explain. Almost every region your farm. Almost every region now. Now, the good news
is that
it's good that they did the mass empowerment. Since I make a say, as at yesterday, there are arrangements to secure some funds to pay for 200,000 acres of land.
200,000
acres of land for Kumawu and we release it. So we are young people say to Yako, I property, national service property. The idea is they buy block farming for the young people of this country. Now, whether they are political science or history or English or
free university, but
farmers, block farming, you have supervisors. There are a lot of institutions, sir. You want permission to mention their names, so I will not do that. We'll support financially to set up the young people of this country. Because when we're there, white collar jobs are limited. You cannot always have everybody going to the classroom, the office. You switch over into the farmlands until the land. And we'll be why a farm worker now, or corrupt from the money he got. Nobody. Because if you grow 1,000 bucks, nobody is going to disturb you. So, etu banchi and etu Joe. Now at creators bear 20. Where was that? One on your bank payroll. But you may see our bedroom. Kotoka crisis, people start asking if you're going. But I wish there can be a farmer. nanka mu wie na ma etwa me bancha na metu mu Brazil na bibi na metu mu Brazil na ma atom me miska ma atom kala. The idea is to encourage young people
into farming.
To go into farming. And I'm saying there, if a map now of area no that man, you about 3 or 4 rivers what branches, tributes, all the land. The land is very fertile. Man kofa kwa studies as I speak to you, there are supervisors there. I start with 20,000 acres. 20,000 a year very soon. That's a yanka.
But you said more farms.
Yeah, started with your farm or even in your papa. So in papa I had your demonstration farm or one year they started. Your your farm or water Abu your farm over 600 acres.
Into the produce from this farms, it goes to
previously, but farms maize. Because on short term 3 months each blown, but to 2 seasons. Around 2009 to 2014 thereabouts. Farm on the Casa Power Jura. That's a big fire. You'll be what Branham, Brown Half region. You'll be when she will be Damango, Upper West, Upper East on the pottery. It's maybe a western region, poultry. Or very easy. Wherever eastern region, fish farming or water lake and all. It's every region, the objective conditions of the region, whatever we see that time. See,
so we are doing all these things and still the food basket is.
Yes, but say we are not into very large scale. In the around the time I can between 2009 2014, a bro I from Ejura, you support senior secondary schools in Ashanti region. You support mostly your supply senior secondary school at a reduced price. You work at 50% price near the time on, just to support them and work, help the students to have food to eat and study. So that is how it happens. Here and there. In every region now, they establish one big farm, commercial farm. And see, the current executive director says to be one of his projects out there on enhanced agricultural production in the country national service. And about a week ago, finance minister was there. Expected some land to be a farm. National service is involved in that. And see, you explore every avenue to make sure that you bring the opportunity for the young people, especially when I work out of national service, and I be immediately want to mean sustained employment. And see, because of that, this time from last year, you change your vision, your mission from deployment for employment to now deployment. So from mobilization for employment for deployment to deployment for employment. This is a mission there. We are deploying for employment. First now, we only mobilize and deploy. Now we deploy for employment.
Oh, okay.
So that is the difference. Until your target towards making sure the service for the worker will be employable. And we are. So difficult for them. We want to hope that the next 2-3 years we'll be able to resolve some of these problems or face the youth of Ghana. Okay.
And see, young fans, I'm wakra na my university and college be na mama me posting bibi to say Upper Easter. Mama me lorry fair, mama me baby ameda, mama me ibi and I said, no answer maka say, Dr. Prege say, ya two de woko Upper East. Wom say I have seen out here the cohort nekoye national service. Ni pass amoye den.
Yan 2-1. Those words are a bit negative.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, post too. And posting you be can tree then.
Yes, what to her.
Yes, what okay.
Yan 2 be so what to na wo baby. Oh, yes, what to her.
You
yes, what to the national service. You identify baby. You want what to the national service. And you have been thrown somewhere to go. I don't know why negative. Let me just say before I be post me orientation, you go schools in every school in Ghana. Na you want to them come here, be na e chon den. E service one other community na can service or no or bo nti no ya encouraging nkofo awoko villages more than centers. Accra put this habit of obi ara nyimu opposed to Accra you may have to find your own accommodation this one parents were another nkofo want maybe at another wala cultural accommodation na show transport I be at amasama no the bedroom ministry sir you can imagine the traffic abi from every morning in and out this car boat but in the village you may not even pick a car to go to school be child bananzo and you just walk. It's an empire you feel that it's even advantage in poor or more because you can even save. And one so relatively it's better boy full. You're lucky people, and I'm not saying it's everywhere because the success stories and kofaka you're lucky in a community bima. What deba to welcome you.
Oh really?
Oh yes. And I'm saying we have success stories.
There are service personnel.
Oh yes.
Yes.
You're the mercy.
Breakfast every grab.
I been no for no man waba. Waba jantem na ohin atene gum na afeni pemfu na kromanya waba welcome.
Oh like a VIP.
Oh yes, the interesting thing you call na sabita feature. They see you as maybe the only highest educated person.
Oh,
okay. Both about letter writer crime on him. We are on a better letter. We are watching letter on chain. I'm not saying that is what you have to do, but I fair. So what charge you need be? All the fee they come to you. These are experiences I around that. They tell us these stories. And now, if you want you chronic casino be on why reserve accommodation for service personnel.
Okay.
And to say if your service now quite damn than one will be around. Watch the next group of service personnel will be no about them. Because what the more be a challenge when you're near Boko and they need the people to come and teach their children, especially. You're lucky in quotes. I remember him and the baby said, and these things have come up several times.
Those who are going outside Accra, they're enjoying it.
Oh, I'm telling you. Some of us in Accra, they be also now go to village be fine. Obey difficulty be abakere on your pipe on water with the greatest of respect. Sabi one or one. Sabi unso awon won wi. Into bia early stages na was so no do adapting. I don't hear direct Accra because you be drinking from a well or maybe rain fed rain harvest water, another stream beyond the water, but you get used to it in a short time. Okay. Yeah, definitely there may be a health post around that. On your near you go there, but here you system that adjust you will love it. Look, you post in Kofako villages are we yourselves they don't want to come back.
Oh really?
Oh yes, several times.
When you baby
no bapo per se they're living the start yeah. No, this is connected or doing nothing. Around 1996 to 2000, I maybe winning by bottom. Very good. And now you're posting of you call maybe or from Mempasam.
Okay.
Now you're Mbrahim, your baby Huni Valley, or your Huni Valley Western region. Now other places, Mempasam here example. You pursue lady be call all convolution also uncle, but when she got there, then you work a G. Not Sabi me some, but on there. Or your fortune utumbuti nsa na utumbuti obo rasta pa nti okoya okasatro yema the village and villages around ntafi obeye the only person utumbo because first one the would to kwa faka obadunko ono fin obeye woti so this girl established that if obadunko na about to win no zoko nti o wie service no why no container so she decided to stay there. The parents brought a car from Accra and over Fanazama by force. Well, we were service almost 6 months also uncle. Because I built and she loved the environment. Sky go to her for rent. Meanwhile, at that time I crap on the beer money free. It's behind about and in some cases the villagers no crap on Ofidu. In some cases, I'm not saying
in all cases, yeah.
Maybe I call farm Obana, busy banching, busy Brazil, busy Juwadabro there. Yeah, abenyin po from abenyin pa was in the bear no. Or here no tumbo de would there be unfair be kakran farm man. Yeah, look why we my make we don't know on you way by more. It happens all the time. Nice. But I'm not saying that is the situation in everywhere district that you go. No. In fact, you may be one of the luckiest at the time. But generally, no, the living conditions there are far better. Cheaper than the better. But well, be up there at the end of the bucket over pay now. When you juma after service, maybe I'm a pegapoha, maybe I'm a Coca-Cola, I'm Accra Brewery, me perhaps Hannah Metzina, many other opportunities are in Accra. Fine. But the opportunities everywhere. I tell you what, there was a boy behind the post last year or so to Tamale. Also, uncle, the parents back also uncle. Now, yes, he ain't changing no quite. Fortunately, okay, no worry. I think about 2 years ago, company either electricity, let's do company one subsidiary, worry. Northern electrification will expand until okay service we are not often. Now it's a full-time worker there. Wow. His colleagues are all we said they are still there. Exactly. So this might be 1 in 1,000 cases, but it could be you. And hence make the man writing off there eco villager. It's a disadvantage. Not always the case. You can also be disadvantaged when you are in the cities. So no cut across.
Okay, but when they are done with the service, almost getting a job, say a nice retain one.
Yeah.
Why don't you add your voice as an
No, we've done that. Yeah, research. So far, when we service, the service offer it's about between 10 and 15% of the numbers, which is quite low. But you can't also force the people to pick them. Only a number of organizations have a partnership. There can't be able for that service. For we are not so that offer 1 hour from America. There, urban traffic day. Why not? I call university area and go to how to direct traffic and go to But you go through training, physical, practical training now, or keep you fit and disciplined to know how to manage vehicles on the road, traffic. It's one area Odunapa or a problem in the cities because one young villages they are mostly in Accra and Kumasi. In the Abia circle area and some place be trafficking is huge from Napa 7 to 9. Why not? If the person is there or Boa to ease congestion on the road, there's nothing wrong with it. We are not saying be back rush hour now or Boa. There's nothing wrong with it. At the end of the day, because the person has worked with MTTD. So I'm not saying that you're automatic into the police service. No, it is not. But so we are not say apply to go into the police because they have shown their interest. That's how we are fresh person that can move to more interview. I should want to know what advantage over the other. That's my saying.
Direct traffic.
Exactly. He has an advantage there. This is what I have done before. I'm not saying there you are the police for. No. Okay. So let's not get it wrong there. You have automatic entry into the police service. No, it doesn't work because once you are one a whole institution, one rules and regulations, one policies. But say apply. Next second, when you're there, you have ever worked with the unit or the department. No, you wasn't born as an issue. Why not? When a big advantage over whoever is now coming. That is the thing that we are talking about. At the end of the day, you also become a very disciplined person as an individual. When I disciplined because of the training now. That is how it is.
All right. Onua 95.1. So many Ora Ambrose, Derry, and Ewo Studios. Say hey, Mr. Ambrose Entsiwah. Sorry, and Ewo Studios. Yeah, the national service, scheme, and a home posting, a home, all the questions. Let me at this point, as we go on, open the phone lines. Or question be afra ye do better money say ma we year no but number I'll be free 0550 582 982 0550 582 982 0550 582 982. At what point in time now obi be in the service amobeka say mo manage certificate no
where nipa no start service no nko djuma e bia the whole month I go get 2 days per
it means sir
obi to me say bi no wa ofido your service on your full time
me the fear service me ko man
it's other than the supervisor e bia wa gina kotua but getting to a point the supervisor gets angry there you are cheating the system.
My questions Stevie. Hello.
But good evening.
Yeah, evening.
But so make a suffering La Paz.
Within.
From Richard.
Yeah, Richard, you too.
But so the wife in the quiet national service maybe. Now, or you no. That you situation of Papa Nekano.
This
one said or say, or yeah, the man, or you could 10,000. And Pasan could move 100 cities. About 30,000 or 3,000, yes, 30 million. Of course, you're going to Kano. I'm going to say, could be any account to move you. Meanwhile, the also interested, you're going to Kano account to me. And the map up to 19 could be I'm talking in that. Yeah, Papa, I can want some person to be into
you say when you see Kana San, I could do 30 million, 3,000, and I'll patch it. And I feel, oh, yes, say, oh, Kwakui.
Yes.
Or check ya once the grandam.
Once the grandam. Madame, or maybe a star will one or say, on the money in Janabo. Answer. Maybe the money that you married, those can bet. Maybe
but send is switch number said the WOHO.
But
okay. The NTM why the Bema. Why?
But you.
Entsiwah, in cases like this, you know, and I want to.
No, it's possible. It's possible. Now, I mention why but why possible. You who switch number no, other one got in the keep number no. And the youngsters in Piwaba no, do an account the Polam and young no keep man. Coffee be so our secretary to our one form and what a man for the go and submit for me. No, I'm going to but to our copy we switch number no, but to our copy. Now, you call any vendor vendor there, you switch vendor there. Other card no corner first of all, will load this can good mo. Now we load this can about my transfer scan if you from your card to your Momo account. In some vendor, my number is 244 mobile money account on for MTN. But to my load no my transfer scan from my e-switch account to my Momo account. Then I can go to any Momo vendor and make a miska. Now, so when you be him, we na second card now. You can easily do it. Obo number now. What is your number now? Correct people, but transfer you do simple. And at the same time, some find there. With me switch card, I can transfer the money from my switch card to your Momo. It's all day. Make it me you know load them not transfer good number you do. So when you could be what would you do?
Into way and free Momo.
No, anyway for you. Into what by them. First of all, say man. Uncle your secretariat to until the load because the secretariat need your machines but do all your work room difficult thing. Now the bank now the allowance. The bank will win in pa way loading. Now I advise exceptional I want say. No the use switch card no the way be was there your security you are 4 finger at the bottom do. Separate lock now but can use any other finger. But 1 year in some friend, they use for finger out. What me use last one, but I local. But lock now. Nobody can take my money, but they don't do it. But can't carefulness. Obi do the card look on all slotting now. No show the school, also transfer good account to you, ma'am. Obey man straight away. I very simple because a use card no, who picture your card no do. Into another card, we show who picture when man son or damo. And that's the difficulty. It's the accident to me see. But the best thing there's urban man. Call baby o bank no one trace baby draw one if you pay do what we
all right and me sure say what no superm call baby o bank no na one trace na baby uncle yan share government support to the scheme. What is news? Is the government really helping more with some of your problems, your issues?
Yes. In the executive director on your accountant and paying for what we call budget hearing to go and defend our budgets to make sure the budgets in our government, parliament will approve it. Yes, share your woman. I know what I mean. So the appropriation bill no become.
I know allocate him out.
No, I cannot tell for now because I'm not within the accounting system. You know, I'll not be able to tell. But as a public institution, I run on subvention. It's a bank on my scan. Scan all the men, work items 1 and 2, emoluments and salaries. Now, service personnel allowances. That you cannot alter it. And what happened? You put service 120,000. Because so much, the government will have to find the money and give. There's no. Service, national service for now. So or your permanent staff or let's say 350 pay in the country. You have to pay our salaries for the year. So those are some of the things. There's no way.
In this economic crunch, service personnel.
Why not? The government has no choice
but to pay.
But to pay. My brother, can you? I've always said this there. Can you, as a government, any government at all, say the monetary service for cow? Do you know what could happen in the country? We don't have a difficulty at all. In fact, let me state on record there. No government ever since I joined National Service 26 years. No government has ever said the monetary service for cow. You won't do it. Because you know the importance of the role National Service plays in the economy. Service for Nankasa, the role will play. And then these are our own children. They are from our homes and communities. It keeps the country going. It keeps some serene atmosphere. There's no anxiety. There's no chaos. There's no upheaval. The budget, allowance budgets. I'm telling you, no government has ever cut it. One cut. For a long time, we will increase the allowance. Maybe that is the side of the uncle. That might be the cut, quote unquote. But then the amount as it stands now, government always makes available money to pay the allowances. That's why until any problem. Once it's there and it has been approved by Parliament, when it is time, we release kind of quarterly.
In this era, one more kind of budget now, almost say man abuying Emfa Bianco, abuying Biamo. In the case of National Service, still now the meet me acquire.
It's just on your permanent job. On your permanent job. And
so they are going to fill most of the
exactly. By your service, and the allowance I had more service for no until the after full time.
Yeah.
And to whatever it is. The state, I don't even want to be using government. The state of Ghana makes some kind of savings somehow because some of them for you or they tend to be 1,000, 2,005. If it's a service person, it's 559. So to some extent, that 1,005 can pay about 3 of the service person you are using to do the same work as a permanent staff. To a very large extent, budget income one rejected that. No. Because the people are there anyway. You see that the people are there where service for.
All right. Okay. Onua 95.1. So and wrap up crying. Would you suggest about 70% of personnel ain't going to farming and so maybe just say Ghana foodstuffs, why can't the service personnel, the executives think through, maybe go to government that they can also add up something to the food basket?
Yeah, it's a very good suggestion. Very, very good suggestion. You asked a question about urban traffic management, or direct traffic. Some parents will never allow that. Even when their children go there, they will say kick against it. Maybe it's a question. I remember when I go to the question agriculture. Why are you asking him or her to go and weed? It's not a matter of Okodo. Obi and you want to know this time. In agriculture, mechanized agriculture, a channels, is it canal? Or is it canal or channel? Irrigation. I may have the word wrong, but that is not
canal.
Canal, very good. Why irrigation? And see, where you able to situation there's ready water. That has been done. That will spring onto the fields. It's unlikely they will lose. And then say we are encouraging more people to take advantage of that because you virtually pay nothing. All what you have to do, the members, 10 acres. Go there every day, monitor it. If you get to 2, but own it yourself. When the harvesting time comes, we have people who come and buy. You have your money. What's your problem? It's you by encourage. We cannot say there forcefully send the people there. Some parents will come against us. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I'm saying that if it becomes a national policy, to them there, or there, you could do India or northern region to stop deforestation now. Another stop the Sahara Desert from coming down. A government can take that decision and send people and go and do it. Now, they say, young war, God forbid, young war. But in some countries, they are always under threat of war. No? That's why they force their people to go into military. Yeah. Because that is where their need is. Our need is not in war. Until young kind of service won't come military by force. Otherwise, if that were the case, we would ask them to go. And it depends, postings or deployment based on government policy. If the government policy in there, young come more into agriculture. Why not? We put the people into agriculture. So most Ghanaians are aware of Kwame Nkrumah days when they had the youth brigade and other things. The importance of that. Now how our Ghana economy in terms of the food production. Why not? Why can't we go there? So we are saying that let us not allow the young people to go waste. That's my saying. Young push on to productive areas. The beneficiaries will be all of us as Ghanaians.
Mete say moment service for no be traffic directors, yes, or more directed traffic near, you know. Be more awful anymore. How true is that, Emma?
That is true.
There were a lot of confrontations.
That is true. But interestingly, we had ways parents in the casa service for us. At the end of the day, the person is more than 18 years. He has the right to make his own decisions, right? Under the laws of Ghana. But the parents
who post to say uncle directing or was uncle, what do you do?
So you stop the service because if you're able to convince us why you cannot go, we are convinced, fine.
Imagine say no, I'm feeling shy to stand in the traffic. I know so
because vocal training, shyness will go away. Vocal training, by the time if you train now, you will love to be there. You will feel good that say when you be rich, you can't have my own side of Obegina. Obegina, funny story being show. How could you, Just start first. Yeah, backlash, public backlash. No, yes, I'm everywhere.
Everybody was saying.
And I'll tell you a story. A young guy, one girl, walk Kaukudi Junction. Very good. It's one morning, walk with you, man. V8, I had a light blue bill about 37 area. The traffic lights don't go off. So they were directing the traffic very effectively. Now, girl, no man, saddle. V8, no Gina. To a whim, no Gina, or directly. And to we now. As I can understand, former President Rawlings, I only be because not drive. Yeah, so when you got there, you slow down. It's a good girl, good work, keep it up. That's a man. Mama, myself, my Rawlings, we a small girl. And this was a story she told.
Wow,
it was so beautiful. So it shows that so you have that power when you have the authority of the state behind you.
Wow.
Now, catch me. Oh, Pafia when you're 4 years session, the police at home, and then said, I can't be so the happiness the lady had at the time, that means I'm even respected. Okay, to the fact there, president, he was driving himself.
He loves doing that.
Yes, and when we're looking at our success stories in that area to convince other people to embark on the project, this is the story she told.
All right.
And many more people gave us similar situations. I don't think it's anything out of place.
All right. Ora Ambrose Entsiwah, yebeda wasipi the Ababa Church in Simpi. I know at a certain good time yebesa do baby.
That's a baby.
All right. I was here. Yes, yebeda papa Ambrose Entsiwah I say or acting corporate affairs director at the Mother National Service and I can't want some guy you me that say. All right, enti okwe ya de nyumba ko mienu bi be fam sisia na ya sa to adwumadi no so. Onua 95.1 so eni ba ya ka so say Saturday we Bra TV3 na Onua Power Walk.